come to the stage, Ariel Kaplan.
That is right. My name is Ariel Kaplan. Just like that needy, spoiled half-fish bitch. Or the Little Mermaid, as you may know her. We do have other things in common aside from just our name. Most people are surprised when I say that, but it is true. For instance, my best frenemy is also a sassy, vindictive drag queen with a smoker's cough. Yeah, and a pinch I have been known to brush my hair with a fork. And I, too, have given up my right to speak, to seem more attractive to the opposite sex. One thing I do have on her, though, is my human vagina. I don't know what goes on down there, of course, because the pansies over at Disney refused to show us. But I never thought it would be satisfying for the female. I imagine it goes something like this. The human half has its needs and they are met. The kissing and the cuddling and the fondling above the waist, of course. The tail, of course. And then once it gets down to business, the fish side just switches on, goes on autopilot, and she just poops out a sack of those slimy eggs. And he just ejaculates into the water around them, while the emotion of a dead-eyed goldfish. Yeah, and as soon as that's done, the human half comes back to you and she's like, thank you so much for that. That was really special. It's blowing around her face. She's waving it away from her hair. I don't think that she was desperate to grow legs. I think she just wanted whatever was between them. Figured it had to be better than the shitty hand that she was dealt. So, I don't know if you know this or not, but Atlanta has a city slogan. It is Atlanta, the city, too busy to hate. That's right, folks. We are too busy to hate. Look at us. We're so special. Which means that it's not that we're not hateful, right? Oh, no. All that disdain and prejudice is just stewing beneath the surface every second of every hour of every day. It's just that we don't have the time to do anything about it, right? That's the bummer. That's the bummer. You wake up, you go to work, you sit in fucking traffic, you come home, you sit in fucking traffic, you go to yoga or that pottery class you've already fucking paid for, then you come home, you make dinner, you go to bed. There's no window for a hate break, you know? You want to go to the Klan rally, you love to go to the Klan rally, right? But they insist on having it midday on a Wednesday and you've already used all your sick days. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? But that's fine for them, right? That works for the Klan because if Atlanta is the city too busy to hate, and that implies that the rest of the state schedule is just wide open. Yeah. All the time in the world to hate. And you know what they say, idle hands make racist and homophobic protest signs. But Atlanta has, well, Georgia's changed a lot since I was a kid. We are Jewish, emphasis on the ish, because we're really, really shitty at it. And before we moved to Atlanta, we lived in Stone Mountain, Georgia, which, in case you have somehow missed the giant hunk of granite that we have to face with racist Mount Rushmore, it has its issues. It definitely has its issues. And one of my earliest memories was sitting in class, and there was this kid behind me. He was patting me on the head, you know, kind of rooting through my hair, real weird shit. And when I turned around to ask what he was doing, he said, my daddy says that all Jews have horns. Yeah, and if and you can find a good buyer, they're worth 25 cents a piece. Yeah. Had to hand it to him, though. He had an entrepreneurial streak back in fucking kindergarten. So, I went home and I was very upset, obviously, and I told my dad everything this guy said, and he was very upset as well. And he sat me down and he said to me, and I'll never forget this. He said, "That is absolutely absurd. That child's father is a complete moron." When I was a kid, back in 1963, then they were worth 25 cents. And that was for the big ones. If this idiot even knew what inflation was, he would know they were 30 times that by now. 40 if it wasn't for the most recent fucking recession. These fucking rednecks have all the time in the world on their hands, and they still don't know how to hate properly. And he was so upset, he stood up very quickly and he knocked over his giant stack of Jew gold that he hides in the top secret bunker where he controls media. And we got our bags, we packed our bags, and we moved to Atlanta. The next week when we heard they were just too busy to search for our Jew horns.